Hi everyone, it's Tristan back with another video. And research has led me to the recent acquisition of this microphone that we're looking at and listening to here in this video. It's the Electro-Voice RE20 microphone. And it's really a popular microphone for broadcasters and podcasters and also bands because it really makes the voice sound really good, yet it's also it's a very forgiving microphone. And we'll talk about that some in this video. So I have the microphone plugged directly into my camera via XLR, and I'm not using any kind of EQ or anything. All I've done is adjust the levels on this. And I'm sure that you can hear my voice sounds pretty good with it. It gives it a nice presence. But one of the reasons why I think this microphone is so popular is just that it's very forgiving. You can be off axis and your voice doesn't really change that much, so you can talk on it like this. You also don't have to be right in front of it to have the sweet spot. You know, a lot of microphones that sound really good, you have to be right on it, and you can't really deviate from a particular spot in order for it to sound good. But that's not the case with this microphone. This microphone is very forgiving in terms of where you talk into it, and it still basically sounds pretty good. That was important to me because as I'm doing product demo videos and stuff, I don't want to always have to be at the very same spot, you know, when I'm talking into the microphone. I want a little bit of freedom to move a little bit in terms of my placement from the microphone. Bands like Radiohead have used this microphone. In fact, I'll post a link in this video to another video on YouTube where you can see Tom York of Radiohead using this microphone. Stevie Wonder has recorded songs with this microphone. Also, it's the microphone of choice for Rush Limbaugh as well. So it's a real gem of a microphone, and it's been around for 40 years. Also, it's made in America as well. And it's got a really nice solid construction. It's all steel, and it's the kind of microphone that I think will last a lifetime. Also, it comes with this hard case right here with sort of foam in case you want to take it with you places, or also to protect it when you're storing it. This microphone also has a bass roll-off switch here on the bottom. So right now that's off, so it's giving you the full frequency response. But let me go ahead and turn it on and we can hear how that sounds. Okay, I've got the bass roll-off switch on now, and I think what a lot of people like about this particular mic and the bass roll-off switch is it doesn't really change your voice signature very much. You know, some microphones have switches on them that you can roll off the bass and stuff, but when you do that, it makes your voice sound completely different. This one really only rolls off the very low bass, which really helps for handling noise and stuff like that, but it doesn't really change the way your voice sounds that much. Let me go ahead and turn the bass roll-off switch back off. Okay, now it's off, so you know, if you're listening carefully, you can probably hear that my voice has a little bit more of a bass presence with the roll-off switch off. Another great thing about this mic is it has a built-in pop filter, so it's very forgiving in terms of the pops and stuff. I don't need any external pop filter or any foam filter on it or anything. It's got that pretty much built in. So this microphone doesn't absorb the pops, and I think the open vented design really helps with that because the air just goes in and goes through the microphone rather than getting trapped and amplified in the tube of the microphone. So also, as I'm talking into this and breathing, it's not accentuating the breaths that I'm taking. You don't really hear those very well, so that's nice too. If I had to cite any negatives with this microphone, the first one would be price. It's a bit expensive at $429. However, I think it's worth it because it's a real workhorse microphone that's going to last a long time, and it makes your voice sound really good. Another negative would be the size of it. As you can see, it's sort of a big microphone, and also the weight of it. It weighs about 1 pound, so some flimsy mic stands may not be able to support it real well. Also, you probably would not want to use this in a handheld type situation just because it's so bulky. Although I have tried it with my Sennheiser wireless handheld transmitter, and it worked fine in that situation. But you know, typically you would not want to use this on camera just because it's such a big bulky microphone. And there are other better microphones for that, like if you're out in the field, you know, using a lapel mic or a reporter's microphone that you would hold would be just a little bit better on camera. In fact, I was recently reading a website where a bunch of podcasters got together and they did a poll and did sort of blind tests and, you know, compared the RE20 versus a lot of other popular microphones, and the RE20 really came out on top in terms of you know, having the best sound. They compared it to microphones like the Heil PR40 and the Rode NT2A and a whole bunch of other microphones, and you know, the Electro-Voice RE20 came out on top in terms of you know, how good it sounds. So all in all, I'm very happy with the Electro-Voice RE20. It's a very versatile microphone that I think makes my voice sound really good. And it can also be used for other purposes too, such as miking acoustic guitars, and also it can't be really overloaded very easily, so a lot of people use it to mic bass drums as well. It's a cardioid microphone, which means that in a home environment you can get that studio type sound, and it rejects a lot of the background noise such as air conditioners and things like that. So that's probably another reason why it's also very popular among podcasters as well. So thanks for watching this video, and again, this has been my look of the Electro-Voice RE20. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you in my next video.